episode live here for Marketing Hacks with my friend, the marketing expert Ray Torres from Onset Media. Hey Ray, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Sean? How are you, man? Hope all is well.
Okay, so yeah, everything is all is well. Thank you. Everything is great. The I was thinking certain things. We as a real estate agent, we a lot of time we do mistakes. The marketing mistakes means we spend money and don't get the result. And one of the thing I need your advice, because we are, a lot of advertising company reach out to us. For example, the okay, do you want to put a little sign on the back of the what's called the
The
Bed
bus
Bath and Beyond
benches.
cart,
Right.
or some school baseball team banner there. So, and we spend money there, the different ad, but then a lot of time we don't get the result.
Correct. And,
And
and just so you know, that's called branding. So that's not really the result is going to be different from what you're trying to achieve. When you want to brand a product, then yeah, you may want to do something like that. Have a big poster in the middle of the fence of the school, local school. So now your brand will show it all the time. Most karate studios have it so people know that they exist, right?
okay, so that's branding. But then tell me what is the gap? Why someone says spend like say $5,000 a year and placing maybe video ad somewhere, maybe some bus bench or whatever it is, and then got nothing out of it. Nobody called. So what can a real estate agent do, or a business person, so to fill up that gap?
Great question. I'm glad you asked. So I have a couple of things to talk about that. So again, when you're doing an impression, an impression is based off, I'm driving down the road and I see something there. What's going to grab my attention? Is it going to make me stop and take that picture or kind of write down the information to say, hey, this is great information. Let's say you're a realtor and you have that board, like you just mentioned, anywhere. So what's going to entice people to be part of your community? Well, before you try to go further in, step back and look at yourself. How much involvement do you have within the community? What are you doing to be able to provide that person that's going to be part of your core or your group of people you want to connect with? What are you providing them? Are you going to be able to give them an updated new gym that's coming into the area, a brand new public supermarket that's going to be built? What's coming up? What are you doing? What are you providing? So when someone sees your information, the first thing that they want to do is either, well, we hope they remember, right? Or they'll take a picture. Then they'll go visit you. And then now you want to get them part of your circle. You got to be able to say when they see an impression, they remember you. They know what the value you're providing. And that's the hard part. So that's the homework you have to do. You have to be able to take all the information of what's going on in your community, take a camera, go around your community, do a video of your community, something like that. So you provide value and they'll be like, man, this person is awesome. This woman, the guy, this girl, this realtor is like really on top of their game. And I tell you one thing, and I can guarantee you with most businesses in general, you do a good job, you provide value, they provide value back by giving you business.
Right. Okay. So I guess, Ray, thanks for the clarification. I guess one of the thing is those impression ad, definitely, they build a trust because, people are seeing you different places. But then I believe a lot of time, we miss is the ask, because if you don't ask, doesn't matter what impression I have there out there, nobody going to call me because, I didn't meet with them in person. I'm not involved in that particular, either the baseball team in a school or whatever the community event. So that makes sense. So we have to add this 1 + 1 and make it 2.
Right, and I'm a true believer that once when you give and you give to these teams, you charities, it will come back 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It will come back, but just realize what you're doing when you're doing these things. This is how are you trying to get branding at this time? Or are you trying to get business? Well, every time you create a banner, you put it on a bus bench, you put it on a bus, a sign, anything. There's always a tagline, a tag headline. What's it gonna say? Call me, or is it going to say call the best of me or hey, call the expert of this area, this and that, so on. What value you're giving? So once they become part of your little army,
yeah,
now the work comes in. where you have to kind of make sure that that trust of them liking you or getting you is now part of the, let me give you the information you need to know. So, which we were talking about a little bit on what information can you give. So one of the things that I tell you that I've seen in the last 3, 4, 5 months is there's a new development being built. Okay, so why do I have to find out from the city versus my realtor?
Yeah.
There's a new supermarket being built. Why am I finding out from the city? Because I'm not going to the meetings. Well, you know what? This is something a realtor, again, because they want to gain my top of mind awareness, right? This is things that you guys can provide to us as a person that's not a realtor, says, hey, let me let you know what's going on. Because as you know, I think you mentioned, there should be some touches throughout the episode of, having a realtor. Once they buy the property and you're done, it's not over. That's still a relationship that has to be built, right?
Right. You have to keep that connection going. You have to, check in with them. So that's the way they will remember. They will remember your name. They will remember what you did. That makes sense.
And that's just like it is with any business. As you continue to update and upgrade these people, what's going on, what's happening in the world of whatever. In my world is the world of Google, the world of Yahoo, the world of digital marketing. That's my world. At the end of the day. But again, it may be not, you may not see value in it, but somebody else who's looking to do digital marketing or understand, they may be like, wow, that's great information. I'm glad Ray shared that information. So those are things that person has to be able to do, which I've seen a lot of pitfalls. I see a lot of real estate signs. I see a lot of bus benches. I see a lot of, overall. And the person's name, I'm sure it's great. Having the person's picture, maybe they do it for themselves. But again, what value is it getting by me driving, seeing their name? Does that make me want to call them? Yeah. I don't know, so just, that's one thing that I think it's a great opportunity.
Okay. Thank you, Ray. So again, my friend, let's connect those dots. Add here, you got to connect with the people so they can remember that, hey, they saw you somewhere and here you are standing in front of them or picked up the phone calling them. You got to connect it, and that connection is going to give the result. Thanks, Ray. Great information, and let's keep doing it. My friend, thanks for watching. See you guys next week at the same time, Thursday at 11 o'clock on our live show.